This is a 2002 Mazda RX7 Spirt R Type A, and it's a limited edition version of the final Series 8 RX7, and only 1,500 units were built, and it's also worth pointing out that there are only 53 red examples. And in this video, I'm going to guide you through the RX7, but more specifically, talk about why the Spirt R is special. Let's start off with an overview. The RX7 is a front mid-engined sports car, which directly rivaled with cars like the Toyota Supra, the Nissan Skyline GTR, the Honda NSX, and this is the third generation of RX7, which was released back in 1992 and was sold in Australia up until 1999. However, Mazda continued production in Japan up until 2002 and introduced the Type RZ, a limited edition lightweight variant of the RX7. And it's also worth noting that there are three different types. This one, the Type A, the two-seater version, paired to a 5-speed manual transmission, and it features lightweight, red-trimmed Recaro front seats, as seen in the earlier RZ models, and in total, 1,044 examples have been built. And the Type B is pretty much the same as the Type A, but with a 2+2 seat configuration. Only 420 examples have been built. And then there's the Type C, which is also a 2+2, but it's paired to a 4-speed auto, and only 40 examples exist. Finally, a big thank you to Alex from Axxle. He stocks collectible and unique cars such as this, and if you are keen to get in contact, I've shared his details in the description below. And if we now talk about styling, the RX7 was designed to be aerodynamic, and to this day, it does look fantastic. This example is pretty original, but even though this is a 2002 with the updated front bumper bar design, which includes a rearrangement of the fog lights, and the cooling vents are a little bit different, you still have the iconic pop-up headlights. And if we come to the side, the Spirt R gets a badge here, forged 19-inch BBS wheels, red brake calipers with larger drilled brake rotors, along with Bilstein shock absorbers and a stiffer suspension. And other things to include a side vent over by the bottom section and the door handle integration along the window, which gives it clean lines. And coming to the back of the RX7, the distinctive smoke rear tail light bar design, and this being a later version, the Mazda logo opposed to having the old Mazda logo. And finally, an adjustable wing blade unique to the Spirt R. Let's now talk about the interior. Like any typical Japanese sports car from the 1990s and 2000s, it feels analog. You get a manual handbrake, a short throw manual gearbox, and a really good driving position. Have a listen to the plastics, all hard and rock solid, even up the top here and down here. And that does mean it feels pretty well built. The door slam, for example, that is solid. I do like the unique door handles to the RX7. The switchgear feels brand new, a free spoke wheel which feels excellent to grip onto. And there are also creature comforts such as air conditioning, your CD and tape deck radio down the bottom here, and as a surprise, these lightweight red Recaro bucket seats are quite comfortable and supportive at the same time, and also a unique distinctive feature to the Type A. And right in front of me, a gauge cluster with a white font, and also showing a Spirt R logo, boost gauge, coolant, fuel, speed, and a rev counter revving out to 8,000 RPM. But what about when it comes to storage? There's a small glove box over here, and a little bit of storage over here as well. Some blank switches, defroster, coin holders, but no center console, and no mirrors on the sun visors, but on the doors, two little pockets on each side. And over on the right hand side, a switch to pop up the headlights. And for regulations at the time, this later version of the RX7 has a passenger and driver side airbag, and of course you've got your light switches, indicators over here, along with your wipers. From what we can see, this is a liftback hatchback design, meaning that you get plenty of space back here for small items of luggage, and you can even fold down this plastic section, revealing additional cargo space, and looking beneath the boot floor, a spare wheel, along with your toolkit. And lastly, behind the seats, there are two hidden storage sections, one that is unlocked and one that you can lock to keep valuables secure. And now coming to the engine bay, there's a Spirt R build plate over by that corner, and apart from the Bilstein shocks, the additional modifications which I've mentioned, there is nothing different about the engine, and this example here is an unmodified 1.3 litre twin-turbo 2-cylinder rotary engine, which is matched with a 5-speed manual, sending all of its power to the back wheels and weighing around 1,270 kilograms. Okay, a final conclusion on the RX7 Spirt R. Being a 2002 and of course a Spirt R Type A, it is rare and collectible to an enthusiast, and the value does of course depend on kilometres, condition, service records. Is it really different comparing it to a standard RX7? Well, no, not really, apart from the suspension upgrades, the brakes, the additional enhancements that I've mentioned. It's not a completely different car, but what it does represent is the last of an icon. The RX7 was one of the king JDM vehicles at the time, and they don't make or will not make cars like this anymore. But tell me in the comments down below, do you think this is the king JDM icon, or does that crown go to the GTR or Supra? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, tell me, what do you want to see next? What would you like me to feature? And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.